Right now, OJ is rolling in his grave. He would be pissed. He needs to pay now with interest. What it is, what it ain't, it's your girl Ombre Alert, and I am back with a new setup and a new video. I'm so excited to be recording this video. Let me flip this on. I'm so excited that I don't even have my mic clipped on properly. I have my notes right here on my iPad. I literally saw this story last night while I was putting my son to sleep, and I could not avoid the shenanigans. Okay, let's go. Basically, we got the news yesterday. I saw it on the Shade Room. But before we get into it, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Y'all blew up my last video. Okay, let's talk about it. Y'all blew up my last video. I'm so excited about the future of this channel. We're literally like almost at 1,000 subscribers. Like, all we need is a little bit more to get there, and I know with you guys' help and your support, we're going to get there soon. I'm not worried about it. Okay, so don't trip. Grab your drink. I have two. Actually, I'm going to drink a little water and be good because I had a good amount of coffee today. We know that OJ passed away, I want to say last year. OJ passed away in April of last year. So what I was unclear about was Ron Goldman's family even paid for the civil suit? Okay, so let's back up. O.J. Simpson, Orenthal. I'm stuck on that name because it's just not a good name. But anyway, Orenthal Simpson. O.J. Simpson was a Black American football player. That's where he got his fame. It's been revealed that he denounced the Black community. And I made that perfectly clear in the several videos that I've done about him, that he basically did not claim himself to be Black. But that's besides the point. He committed murder. He was convicted and charged with first-degree murder of his then ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend. We don't know the nature of their relationship. I can always speculate and say that they were intimate, but she was just having fun with him, whatever the case was. He was really handsome, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were dating or whatever. But either way, OJ was jealous. Before the murders, the police was called to their house a few times because of domestic violence. She had called the police saying that he was going to kill her. He was beating her up. She did take pictures. She had bruises all over her body. Several times this happened, but because he was this legendary football player and he did so much in college football and, in LA football, I think that he was praised by everyone, especially in the Black community. He was praised for his athletic ability, and then he moved into movies and acting and such which and such forth. So we all know about the televised trial that happened with him facing the charges of first-degree murder against Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. The trial was a circus because it basically was right within the LA riots of 1994. So a lot of Black people were getting hit and beaten by the police of LA. The Los Angeles Police Department was under investigation for racism and all types of things racial related, especially against Black people. The trial happened right after Rodney King and things of that nature, and then the murder of Black girl, at a convenience store. And all those things happened right before the trial. So basically, the trial ended with OJ, even though the evidence pointed directly to him, it was manipulated because of the race war that was going on in LA. And he ended up getting acquitted of all the charges. So he was not found criminally liable for their murders in 1994. It shocked everybody. It shocked him. It shocked OJ, okay? He was shocked. Never forget the look on his face. I might, if I find a video, I'll put it right here for y'all to see.
All right, Mr. Simpson, would you please stand and face the jury? Mrs. Robertson.
Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles. In the matter of the people of the state of California versus Orenthal James Simpson, case number BA097211. We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant Orenthal James Simpson not guilty of the crime of murder in violation of Penal Code Section 187A, a felony upon Nicole Brown Simpson, a human being, as charged in count 1 of the information.
In 1997, Ron Goldman's family did not give up. They filed a civil suit. So they wanted him to be liable for the death of their son. And they actually won the civil suit. In 1997, the agreement was that he was supposed to pay $33 million to Ron Goldman's father. He paid a small portion of that. I don't know how much that was. He actually tried to look. O.J. pays Goldman's family before he died. Let's see. I don't know if they're going to actually tell me how much he did pay. It's unsure, but it does say that it was a small amount. So he was supposed to pay $33 million to the Goldman family in 1997. So imagine going back to court and saying, hey, he only paid a small fraction of that. He needs to pay now with interest of $117 million to this day. And then the court goes back and says, hey, that might be a little over the calculations in our view, but he does need to pay. So his estate paid, just yesterday it was found that his estate paid $58 million to Ron Goldman's family, which is insane. Who runs his estate? Because I know right now O.J. is rolling in his grave. He would be pissed if he knew that he gave that family $58 million. Let me look on here too. Oops. I saw the name on the shade room of the person and I was like, who is that? Malcolm Laverne. Let's look it up. Who is Malcolm Laverne? It says he's the executor of O.J.'s estate. We know that, but who is he? Yeah, he's a lawyer. Okay, he's known for being a personal injury lawyer. That's what his title is. So he's the executor of O.J.'s estate. I'm thinking that he might have known O.J. I don't know. Maybe the family is involved in some kind of way, but they just paid $57,997,858.12. Now we're going to get to what I think about this whole thing, right? So now that we know all the facts. So this is a classic case of you reap what you sow and that you will pay for wrong that you do to people in this life or the next. Literally, O.J. just passed away and his estate is now paying Ron Goldman's family $58 million. First of all, we didn't even know that O.J. had that type of money. The way that O.J. was acting all those years after Nicole Brown Simpson passed, after he was acting like he didn't have any money. I know what that looks like. I know people that act like they don't have money but are very, very good at saving it. And it's almost a mind thing, right? It's almost like you put the money away and then in your mind it disappears. It's like it doesn't exist anymore because you need to figure out how you're going to add to that. I often do that too. Like, and I feel like that's what makes me good at saving money is that I can put money away and forget about it. And then, or not forget about it, just keep it in the back of my, all the way in the back of my mind. And I will literally struggle just so that I won't spend that money. And it accumulates. And that's how you really save your money. But what I mean is that OJ specifically was going around like a loan shark. He was hunting down all his memorabilia. Y'all remember that when he was hunting people down for his memorabilia, he literally was I think that's when he got into it with some of his friends in Las Vegas when he was accusing them of selling some of his memorabilia and then a gun got pulled out. It was just a bunch of crap, a bunch of mess. I mean, he even was attempting to rob a bank and went to jail for that. So he was just acting like he was broke, if you ask me. He was acting like he was broke. He was acting like he didn't have any money. And he was sitting on top of a fat chunk. And when you think about it, a lot of stuff happened quickly. He always had a gig. He always had a job. He always had a gig, even after football. He always had something to do. So often he didn't have time to like spend the money. And he was sitting on a lot of money. And my thing is that he knows that he did it. If you see his face in that video after they said not guilty, like, I mean, it was a bad trial because they didn't prove him guilty without a reasonable doubt. There was a reasonable doubt that he didn't do it. And I mean, in the people's eyes, and some of us know better, but we know what a guilty person looks like, but you still have to prove it in court. And it wasn't proven beyond a reasonable doubt, unfortunately. But he killed them. He killed them, and he should have to pay. And because the civil suit had passed and he was liable to pay and didn't pay, like, think about that. How many years is that? Let's do the math. Let's do the math. He passed away in 2024. 2024. Oops. 2024 minus 1997. He did not pay Ron Goldman's family any money for 27 years. Are you insane? Are you insane? I could see him now like, they ain't getting none of my money. He did not pay them poor people, them poor grieving people, any money. And money isn't going to bring back their son. No. But it's the principle of the thing. You were found liable to pay and you didn't. And even after everything, all the times you've been to jail, when you got out of jail, you still had all that money. And Mr. Laverne, I hope that's how you say his name, he's saying that the state doesn't have all that money, but I doubt it now. I doubt it. I doubt it. He's hid it very well. He's very clever, but he's not smart. He's clever, but he's not smart. So, I mean, like I said, a classic case of you reap what you sow, and you will pay for what you've done to anybody. You're never going to get away with it. If you don't know that by this story, then I don't know what you're thinking about. that's going to be the end of the video. It's your girl, Ombre Alert. Please leave a comment down below and tell me what you guys think about this. This is so insane. I had to do a video on this topic because I knew that it was a jump in the case. You know, I've done videos on OJ before, so it's not uncommon for me to just jump right back in there anytime I see something cringe, because he's passed on, but the cringe is still around. So make sure you guys holler at me in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and help me get to 1,000 subscribers. It's your girl, Ombre Alert. Bye. You're not going to want to miss the next video, by the way. It's going to be so good, okay? So see you guys in the next video. Bye.